if someone made a slow burn indie romance, like the Before trilogy or Garden State, but with Cthulhu? What if the manic pixie dream girl is a Lovecraftian monster from ancient Rome that eats humans? That's the premise of the 2014 low-budget movie Spring, a movie that blends sci-fi with horror of the monster variety and an indie romance. Let's talk about the filmmakers, the story, and how it imagines a future. First, let's talk about science fiction. Science fiction really doesn't have an easy definition. Many have begun to use Robert Heinlein's term speculative fiction. Some say that science fiction is more rigid and must be based on actual science, while others say it's more arbitrary. No one really knows what science fiction is. Often marketed as horror, filmmakers Justin Benson and Aaron Moorehead blend science fiction with other genres as a revision of these genres. They're basically asking, why does genre matter? In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, instead of science fiction, horror, and fantasy, people used terms like weird fiction. Benson and Moorehead don't neatly fit in a genre, but they do seem to embrace the weird. Most people know Benson and Moorehead from their work on the Marvel television show Moon Knight, starring Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke. But before and after Marvel, Benson and Moorehead frequented genre film festivals with their low-budget films that deal with the nature of reality and time while prodding our conception of what's real and what's not. Their films deal with the eccentricities in reality and the three-dimensional characters who face challenges in normative existence. By looking at time travel in Synchronic with Anthony Mackie, cults and cult deprogramming in The Endless, and interdimensional connections with the recent Something in the Dirt, Benson and Moorehead bring empathy and nuance in looking at how people challenged by mental illness and trauma grapple with spaces that demand they act normal. Spring offers a story of a man falling in love with a monster, yet that simple premise doesn't dig into the character complexity of our protagonist Evan Russell, played by Lou Taylor Pucci. Russell loses his mother to cancer in the opening scenes and copes with this loss through alcohol, physical altercations, and a sense of aimlessness. He's someone who feels stuck in the present and cannot imagine how to move forward. Thus, he travels abroad. In Italy, he meets someone who also feels stuck in time, Louise, played by German actress Nadia Hilke. What is meant to be a short-term romantic connection becomes complicated as he discovers that Louise is, like spoilers, a 2,000-plus-year-old monster. So she's really stuck in time, living in 20-year spurts until she regenerates. Science fiction can fit within several genres because it really speaks to our imagination of how things are and how we imagine futures. This movie is more than just a really weird romance. It's a movie about how challenging it is to imagine a future when caught in a cycle. Having the capacity to plan a future is a privilege. People in the margins can only imagine the present. Benson and Moorehead show us characters stuck in time who fall for each other and who choose to solve what they are in order to create the future they want.